What's going on, Jeff fans? My name is Eli Usher. Hope you guys are doing well. And I was gonna bring you a quick video of the New York Jets schedule that was just released a couple hours ago. Obviously a lot of people knew about the leak that leaked around like 1 or 2 o'clock, so people have known for a long, long time. But I'm here to discuss some early Jets record predictions. Obviously, it's very, very early, so take it with a grain of salt because there's just a lot of question marks with this team. But I'm just gonna look at some positives, some negatives on how they can pull something off or they can't. Just gonna go a quick rundown. So before the video starts, please hit that button and please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. We'll have a lot more content coming out, especially with the Jets time period that we have right now until training camp. So I'll be covering a lot of stuff. There's gonna be a lot of things on this page, and especially during the season, there's gonna be a lot of new things. So please stay tuned for that. With that being said, let's get started. So week one, it's gonna be Carolina Panthers. We're gonna see a familiar face in Sam Darnold. He's gonna be in Carolina, and week one right away, we're gonna be taking him on at 1 o'clock. I thought this was gonna be a primetime game. I really did. I thought it was gonna be a Thursday night football game, Monday night football game. I think it would be awesome to see that. But obviously, NFL had different mindset for it. So we'll see what happens here. But look, this is gonna be a very interesting game. Obviously, it's the first game the Jets are gonna playing with a rookie head coach, a rookie offensive coordinator, a rookie quarterback, a lot of new weapons on defense and offense. It's a huge question mark right now. So, um, I right now I'm saying that's gonna be a loss. I could see them pulling it off. I do think it's a 50-50 shot, but I think overall, I think Carolina they just have a lot of pieces there. They have a lot of connections over there, and I think Carolina is just a little bit of a better team than New York Jets. Not even a little bit, a much better team than like New York Jets right now, as of now. So right now, judging off what we are coming off of and stuff, and a lot of unproven talent for the Jets, I would say that's a loss for us. I know that's harsh. I know, but if the Jets can somehow pull this one off, I'll be very ecstatic. But right now, there's a lot of question marks. I still do think it's a 50-50 shot that they can win this game. But yeah, I would pull it off like that. And then second game, our home opener against the New England Patriots. Okay, all right, let's pull this one off. I really do think we could pull this one off. We're home. It's gonna be loud. There's gonna be enthusiastic fans. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be back from the COVID. It's gonna be hopefully a full stadium. So I think we can pull this one off. I think the Patriots have a lot of question marks. I don't know if it's gonna be Mac Jones at quarterback, Cam Newton at quarterback, and we beat them almost last year too. They obviously added a lot of weapons on offense, but I think the Jets could overcome that and beat the Patriots at home. And I don't think they're the same Patriots. Obviously, Bill Belichick is still there, but even with a lot of pieces, I think that could be the game that the Jets could win and make it 1-1 on the season. Then you go to Denver. Denver is a very difficult team. I think it's sneaky difficult. Denver, they're rough. They're ready to play, and they're going to be away. So I think that's a loss for us. I don't think we can pull that one off. Then you go against Tennessee the following week at home. That's a loss, man. I know it's Corey Davis's. He's gonna play his former team. Revenge game. And I think he could have a revenge game, but I don't think we're gonna win that game. There's just a lot of superpower on that offense. They made it far in playoffs for the last couple of years. And they're just a much better football team. And on right now, if you're gonna make a prediction, you got to give Tennessee that win. Just as a respect, because Tennessee is a good football team. The Falcons. We're gonna be going to London, guys. We're gonna be representing in London, and I think we're gonna pull this one off. A lot of people have not put us down for a win here, but I'm different. I think we win this game, and I just I like their weapons. I like how they are doing, but I think overall, I think the Jets could be winning. Obviously, the last time we went to London, we played really well against Dolphins. The Jets are gonna. I feel like it's gonna be almost a Jets home game because there's a lot of Jets fans in London, so they're gonna be crowded over there. So I think Falcons are a pretty good team. Obviously, we all know that they could be like a completely revamped team. They got Kyle Pitts on that team. They got Steve Ridley. They got Matt Ryan back. So this is a game that I think we should win against a team that we should have won, if that makes sense. Falcons should beat us on paper, but I think the Jets will come out and want it more and take that win. So I think this is the one sleeper win that I see. Then there's a bye week. And then we play the Patriots again in Foxborough. I think that's a loss. I think depending on whoever the quarterback is, the same position, obviously, I think we're just going to split with them. Then we play the Bengals at home. Joe Burrow coming back. That's a toss-up. I think they have talent on that team. The Jets have talent on a lot of team. They're both young teams as overalls, but I think we can beat the Bengals. The Colts. This is our only primetime game, Thursday Night Football against the Colts. We've had a lot of success against Indy in the past in primetime games, so I think we can pull this one off. I think they should have added more talent on this offense. Obviously, they have Jonathan Taylor, a great running back. They have Carson Wentz, we'll see how that goes. I think Carson Wentz still is a very talented quarterback, but I wish there was more talent around him. And I think they should have added another wide receiver. So we'll see what happens there. But I think the Jets could beat this away. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard. Their defense is solid. I think their offense, it's decent. It's pretty good. So, on paper, they should beat us again. But I think this is another game that the Jets could come out and win. So it's a 50-50 shot. The Buffalo Bills are next. I think that's a loss. I think we're not going to beat Buffalo I know it's a home game. It's obviously, I think all division games are toss-ups, like especially with the Jets. They're always in a game. We almost beat them last year. So, I mean, it could happen. It's part of the game upset. So, I'll give them like a 45% chance that they can win, because Buffalo is, they made it to the AFC Championship, and I think they improved their team a little bit. So I think they're decently good. And I think they're gonna beat us. It's simple as that. Then the Dolphins. We play back-to-back division home games, so we play the Dolphins next. We'll see. I think their defense is solid. I think their offense is pretty good. It depends on Tua and how he progresses in year two. I think if he can read the field more and he becomes that player that they want him to be, I think it's gonna be a hard game for the Jets to win. And I think this is another toss-up game. Then they go to Houston, and I think this is a winnable game. I think the Jets should win this game. This is going to be on November 28th. So if the Jets are trying to compete, try to get a wild card, they're still in the conversation, they should win this game. The Texans are struggling right now. The Texans have a lot of issues. They're probably not going to have Deshaun Watson, depending on what's going on with the situation. So if Deshaun Watson's not playing, man, I think, which is very likely that he's not playing, they need to win this game. They if they want to be competitive in December and try to make the playoffs, a push for a wild card spot. I mean, there is an actual wild card spot now, so there's a better chance that the Jets could actually make a push for it. But if they want to do that, they got to beat this team, because they're struggling. They're vulnerable right now. That's a team that you need to beat. Then the next week you play the Eagles. Now, everyone knows the history against the Eagles, that we've never won a regular season against them, which is sad. But I'm telling you now, you got to at least listen to me. If the Jets are healthy, I think they will win this game. They will win this game. I said this a year or two ago, whenever they played them last. If they were healthy, they would beat the Eagles. They were not healthy at all, and it was still such a crappy game. And I really do think they can beat the Eagles this year. If they're healthy, if their playmakers are healthy, if they're out there playing and they're ready to go, the Jets will beat the Eagles for the first time ever. This is the one game that I've circled, and I knew the opponent beforehand, and I was like, we're going to beat the Eagles if we're healthy. And I stand by that, and I'm going to stick with that. So that's a win in my books. Then you play the Saints. That's a loss, obviously. Kamara, Michael Thomas, there's your answer. I don't think we're going to be able to stop him. I think, I do trust Robert Salah's defense, but it's not going to be enough. This team is very talented, and we'll see how that pans out. But the Saints are still a very talented coach team. Defense is solid, offense is solid, so we'll see what happens there. But I think that's a loss for sure. Then you play the Dolphins, and that's going to be an away game. Um, I don't. I think we're going to split with them too. Just because I just think division games are tough. They're tough to figure out, and I think overall we're gonna lose that game. And then and then we play Jacksonville. Obviously later than we expected. We obviously wanted a primetime game with Trevor Lawrence, the number one draft pick, and Zach Wilson, number 2 on primetime TV, which could also be flex if the Jets are in the playoff contention or talk or whatever, and maybe Jaguars are, I don't know. That could be flexed, but I doubt it. But this is a game that we've all pretty much circled and pretty much were like, this is the game that we want to watch because there's a lot of competition there. We were all on the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon, tank for Trevor and all that stuff earlier in the season. Now that didn't last season when we were tanking pretty much, but now like we have our own quarterback. We have Zach Wilson now, so we'll see how that pans out. That's gonna be a really fun game to watch. I mean it's another toss up. It's 2 questionable football teams going at it, so that will be a really fun game to watch. Then you played Tampa Bay. That's a loss. Super Bowl champions. Todd Bowles making his return to New York. He's going to come with fire and beat us. I just don't think we're going to beat the Tampa Bay, especially with Tom Brady. That offense, that defense is just so solid. And then lastly, we end with Buffalo away. Obviously, we're going to end up with Buffalo like we always do. And it pisses me off. And we'll see what happens there. I don't know if we're going to be in the playoff contention at that point because I really don't think we're going to be in playoff contention, but I think we're going to split it, one of those games. And we've beaten Buffalo in Buffalo before, so it's just going to be a question mark as of now. So we looked at all the games. I'll be happy if the Jets can win 7 to 9 wins, like in between those. I don't think this is a playoff team yet. We just don't know. There's so many question marks. You got a rookie head coach. You got a rookie offensive coordinator. You have a rookie quarterback. You have a lot of new weapons on offense. You have defensive guys coming in that are brand new. They're all scheme fits, but they're all brand new. So we just don't know. We don't, especially for a team that was 2-win team, the bottom of the league. We can't expect playoffs after one off season. It's a process, obviously, and you just can't expect that. It could happen. Unbelievably, we are in the playoffs, but you can't expect it. You can be surprised about it later on, but you can't go into it expecting that we're going to be a playoff team, 11-win team, going to Super Bowl, whatever. So right now, the realistic is the Jets will be a better football team in 2021 from 2020. That's what it is, and I think we're going to see, if we can see competitive football, we can see the quarterback progressing in the right direction, the wide receivers getting connected to each other, the quarterback connection is there, the offensive line is playing well, the defense is playing decent and is solid under Robert Saleh, who's a defensive-minded coach. That's a positive for this team. If they can somehow build off it every week, getting better and better, and you see that on the stat sheet, you see that on the field, that's a win for the New York Jets. Obviously, we want to get the wins, and we're going to be fighting for the wins, but to see progress in their game is more important for us this year, especially for the last 2 years. We've seen crappy football. We've seen terrible football. This is the first time we're going to probably see some decent football on the field for the New York Jets. So that's why there's a lot of excitement for this team. That's why there's a lot of, they got players that want to play. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's an exciting time. Do not put that mandate on the playoffs and stuff. Just enjoy the process. Just see how this team progresses. And we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a lot of these wins that I said are going to be losses, and a lot of losses I said they're going to be wins. It's all question mark. It's It depends on the progression of these football players. So that does it with this video. I'm not going to be rambling on a lot more. We're going to be talking about it throughout probably the next 2 months until training camp. So that does it for me. Please hit that subscribe button if you like this video. I will be doing a lot more shorter videos and getting better at this. So please hit that subscribe button as I start my journey on YouTube. Please hit that like button, which I really appreciate. Please let people know about this page, this YouTube channel, as we try to go into the season. We're going to be doing a lot of great things. I will be doing a lot of great things on here, a lot of live streams, a lot of this stuff, giving away stuff. So please stay tuned. And again, stay healthy, stay safe, and stay loyal. Go Jets.